Hey Facebook, I'm meteorologist Zach Covey, and this is your short-range forecast for Tuesday, January 11th through Thursday, January 13th for the Hampton Roads and Northeast North Carolina region. We'll be covering your hazardous weather outlook as well as the winter weather advisory in effect from 4 a.m. tomorrow to 1 p.m. tomorrow for most regions except for upper Middlesex County, where it's in effect until midnight Wednesday morning. This is your current surface weather map. You can see high pressure still in control for our region. If I could bring up Super Doppler radar, I would. However, I can't really bring it up in this little presentation for you, so you just have to kind of imagine it. If you go to any real radar site, you can go to weather.com if you want. You can go to wavy.com preferred. Super Doppler 10. You can see basically the precip's moving in, but it's evaporating. And it's kind of evaporating itself because of those high clouds. The clouds are so high in the atmosphere, it's just kind of evaporating right now. And we're going to see that for the next few hours, probably for the next about 4 or 5 hours, before it starts to actually truly make its way in. And I'm very confident, we will see snow, and we'll see a good amount of snow there for a bit. Some heavy snow at times, before it changes over to a mixture. It's also going to change over to sleet, some freezing rain. We're going to see a little of everything out of the storm. That's what we're seeing. That's what we saw with the noon models. I can't access the 6 p.m. models. Don't know why, but I did get somebody to translate them for me. Somebody that did have access to them. Basically, the site I usually use is down for maintenance. Of course, the one night I actually need to use the models, they close for maintenance. Don't know when they're coming back up, but no, until then, I'll be getting my models through somebody else. So what do I expect? We have a high risk for a winter storm. We also have a high risk for an ice storm. The first time I've ever actually had a high risk for an ice storm. Temperatures below average, precip above average, of course, for Tuesday through Thursday. And both of these are ranked at 80% chance. Obviously, it's going to happen, just not as severe. That's why it's at an 80, not a 100. I don't see it being that severe for a winter storm as much as it is for an ice storm. Now, let's explain why. The latest weather alerts, first off, this tannish color right down here, these are still hazardous weather outlooks. No winter weather advisories. The winter weather advisories are all in this purple right here, stating winter weather is imminent. This dark blue up here, winter storm watches are in effect. Winter storm warnings in the pink color, winter storm warnings right there. But right now, for most of our viewing area, we're in winter weather advisories. So it's basically saying you will see some sort of wintry precip in the next 24 to 36 hours. So what are we going to see? Well, the low pressure system is going to push on through Florida, push off the Georgia coast, and run right up. This is what we call a low ensemble. Basically, all these little characters, you see all these squares and all these triangles and all these circles and the stars, and you see all these. Well, what is this? Well, basically what this is, each one of those squares, each one of those triangles represents where this low could be at that given point. Where they place the big L is the estimated place they have it. That's where they estimate it will be. But then all of these other symbols, all these squares, all these triangles, all these circles, are probabilities. Probable it could go there if it's not where it is right now. You can see it comes very close offshore. In fact, some models have it actually making landfall on Hatteras and then off. This was an earlier low ensemble model. I don't have the true update, like the true latest one, but you can see how close it comes. That's going to wrap in some of the warm air, especially as that high moves off our coast. We're going to see a lot more of the warm air. Sleet, freezing rain, big challenge here. Look at my cool little graphic. I like my cool little graphic, don't you? It just automatically changes itself. Right now we're on the snowfall outlook, and I think that's as far as it's going to go. I don't think it's going to go back. So we're going to redo this here for a second. Just watch the freezing rain for me. Notice all the amount of sleets through tonight into tomorrow morning. freezing rain down here. The pink indicates about anywhere from 1/4 to a half an inch. That's a lot of ice. Right now, I'm leaning toward 1/10 to 3/10 of an inch of ice, or freezing rain. That's still a lot of freezing rain, guys. That's enough to cause multiple problems out there. 1 to 2 inches for the snow makes sense. Personally, I don't think Virginia Beach is going to see even a dusting. Chesapeake, Norfolk, you may see a dusting. Areas on the peninsula may see a dusting, half an inch. Maybe Tuesday night. With the latest models, it looks like Tuesday night we're going to see a lot more snow Tuesday night than what we thought we originally were. So Tuesday night, it is possible we may see it end as snow a little longer than what we were expecting. So it's very possible the peninsula areas north of Hampton and Newport News, so that would include York County, Williamsburg, James City County, Gloucester, those regions. It's got to be north of Hampton and Newport News. But those regions could see about 1 inch of snowfall Tuesday night, just because it looks like it's going to linger around just a little longer. So we'll see dusting to 1 inch, holding at a moderate risk now. 1 to 3 inches we're holding at a low. We've got a 20% chance for 1 to 3, 60% chance for dusting to 1 inch. Of course, again, like I said, those areas, York County, James City County, Williamsburg, Gloucester, Middlesex County, you guys could see 1 inch, especially Middlesex County, you could see up to 2 inches Tuesday night. But Tuesday night, it looks like those regions may see maybe 1 inch. That's still a little maybe. We don't know for sure, but it's possible with the latest models. Expected ice accumulations, 100% chance for at least 1/10 of an inch of ice, and we're holding at an 80% chance for up to 1/4 inch of ice. That's a lot of ice, guys. That's enough to cause multiple problems out there. Builds up on power lines. You can see some snap power lines. Some tree branches kind of falling. Not enough to see total destruction, but 1/4 of an inch of ice is a lot. It, first off, tears up the roads, potholes are made, all that stuff. Power lines, it gets on the power lines, they sink, they snap. So broken power lines, you see tree limbs fall. So ice is a big problem. 1/4 inch of ice, very big problem, and we could very well see that. It's very likely. Another model, this was from this morning. I did not grab the latest this morning, but it works. It's a slight chance. That's probably the highest chance for ice accumulations as of this morning. Right now, if I had to put in a circle, I'd put the blue circle all the way up, including Middlesex County, and then put a green circle, which is a medium percent chance for about Elizabeth City all the way up to probably Gloucester, and then maybe a high percent chance in the Wakefield area over to James City County. You guys could very well see a lot of ice out of this. Expected rain, we will see some rain, guys. We will see rain. We'll see freezing rain, but we'll also see rain. By 3 p.m., everybody should be all rain. 3 p.m., we should see all rain throughout the region. Mariners forecast, if you're going out, the bay and the ocean both have small craft advisories in effect. I also believe we have gale warnings in effect. I'm not exactly sure. I need to check on that. But we may have a gale warning in effect for the Atlantic Ocean. We will see minor coastal flooding again in those flood-prone areas. You know who you are. My final thoughts. The system is going to push into a region in the next 4 to 6 hours. Most of what is in NC right now is basically evaporating. It will continue to evaporate for about the next 2 hours before it truly pushes into our region. It's not the major snow event. This is no major snow event by any means, but it will be a rain event, and it's going to also be a very big ice event. So, you know, we've got some conflicting things. And then plus, the temperatures are going to drop overnight Tuesday, so it's going to ice over. Wednesday morning going to be a tricky commute as well, not only Tuesday. Travel will be difficult come tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be horrible. Most of the peninsula won't change the rain until about 1 to 3. So you're going to see about 5 or 6 hours of mixed precipitation of about freezing rain, sleet, snow. You guys could see up to a half an inch of slush accumulation. That being freezing rain, that be sleet, that be snow. You're going to see about that much. And it's going to build up on the roadways. The roadways are cold enough for it. It's just will the rain melt it in time? And with the latest models, it doesn't look like the rain will totally engulf the peninsula. It will hit Hampton, Newport News around noon, but it doesn't move into James City County, it doesn't move into York County, it doesn't move into Williamsburg, it doesn't move into Gloucester until about 3 p.m. So it's going to be later for you guys. You guys will see rain, but it's later in the day. Oh, and by the way, please stop IMing me. I don't want to sound self-conceited here. I don't know how to really put this in that great a way. I don't want to push you guys away, but you guys are IMing me with questions that literally could be answered by watching this video or by reading a weather blog. Sure, they're long, but trust me, if you have a question, read them, watch the video, watch whatever's the latest, read whatever the latest one is. If your question is still not answered, IM me. Otherwise, please don't IM me unless it's a matter of life and death. Most of your questions can be answered by watching a weather update or reading one of my weather blogs. Also, by the way, just a side note, Jupiter will still be visible in the sky. It's that very bright spot in the sky just about southwest of the moon. So if you go out and you see the moon before the clouds really start to set in tonight, go out, take a look, you may see Jupiter. It's going to be that very bright, what looks to be a star, but it's not a star. It's going to be that very bright dot right next to the moon, southwest of the moon. For now, that's the latest. Live for Facebook, I'm meteorologist Zach Covey. Again, if you have any questions, check them out, check my videos out, check my blogs out, and then IM me if you still don't know. I'm happy to answer them. I'm just getting tired of answering the same ones. Also, I will be doing a video momentarily after this. It should be going up in the next 10 minutes on all the school closings and delays. Besides that, I'm meteorologist Zach Covey. Have a great evening and keep checking for my weather updates. We're only about 6 hours away from nowcasting. Until then, I'm meteorologist Zach Covey. Have a great night.